Body, speech, and mind held in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow.
Ba nghiệp lắng thanh tịnh, gửi lòng theo tiếng chuông. Nguyện người nghe tỉnh thức, vượt thoát nẻo đau buồn.
Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. Today is Sunday, Oct.4, 2015. We are having our weekly Sunday service. How are you this morning? I'm very happy to see you all again. Every time when you talk about offering in the Buddhist tradition, or I can say that in our Asian tradition, including Vietnamese, Chinese, every time when we talk about making offering to the Buddha, to our ancestors, we are using one thing in order to connect with our ancestor. We hold up the incense, we light up the incense. The incense has a good smell. We call it fragrance of the incense. So when we talk about incense, we talk about the fragrance of it. And we hold up the incense and we try to speak up something that deeply inside of us. We connect with the Buddha. We connect with our ancestors by light up the incense and talk directly to them. The incense in Buddhist practice contains three meanings. First, the incense of precept, the incense of concentration, and the incense of insight. If we're able to combine these three in our daily life, we're able to relieve a lot of suffering and creating a lot of happiness for ourselves, for our family. We cannot live without rules. For example, if you stay home, your parents also set up some rules for us. If we go to school, we need to obey some rules from school. If we learn driving, then we must learn some rules on the street while we are driving. So there is no place in this planet that we live without any rule, without any discipline. Because if we have no rules, and everything will be mixed up, everything will be ruined. So therefore, we should not disagree with the rules that have been set. For example, when we wake up, the first thing we need to do is we need to wash our face, brush our teeth before we can do anything else. That's something like our daily routine, daily rule. Before we go out, we must get changed, dress up nice and neat. So why we need the rules? the rules able to help us to live good, to live right, and to make everything in order. If there is no rule, everything will be mixed up and no order. For example, when you set up the cushion and the mat in the Buddha hall, the mat underneath, the cushion on the top, because the cushion is something to help us to sit on, to keep our back straight so we can sit longer. The mat is a bigger one, so we can sit whole body on there, so it keeps us more comfortable instead of sit on the floor hard. So when we set up the cushion and the mat, we should put the mat underneath and the cushion on the top. When you put on your clothes, the shirt is on the top of your body, the pants underneath. We cannot mix up everything. Then please understand that if we go to anywhere, we must follow the rules. When you line up to somewhere, they have the line for you to entrance. And after you're done, you have to follow the direction where to exit. Even you go to West Edmonton Mall, you go for a ride, you also follow their instruction. If you do not put on your belt, it's danger. So therefore, in this daily life, rules, disciplines, very needed, because that is something to frame ourselves, to put everything in order. The more you follow the rules, the more you relax. Relax means you have more freedom. You have concentration. And since then, you build up your insight, your wisdom, your deep understanding. So in Buddhist practice, when we light up the incense, the first meaning is using that in order to represent, symbolize for the connection between us and our ancestors. It also means I will follow the rules to make my life more meaningful, more freedom. And I will, according on that, I will live my life meaningful. So the three symbolizes, the three meanings when you light up the incense. The precept, the concentration, and the insight. If there is a place where you go, you don't have the incense. You just join your palms. You direct your mind. You already light up the incense without any form of the incense. But at that time, you are light up the incense of wisdom, concentration, and precept. In Buddhist practice, we use the word precept. Precept means something we follow, but this following is come from our heart. No one forcing us to do something, but we are aware of the suffering caused by something. That's why we vow to follow. Let's say, I am aware of the suffering caused by unmindful driving. Therefore, I vow to make the commitment. I will drive carefully. I will stop at the stop sign. I will slow down on the yellow light. And I will stop on the red light. I will try my best not to cross the red light. And that may cause accident. So because you understand, driving carefully, mindfully on the street, on the road is very needed. Because that will help you to stay safety and also the safe of the others. Sometimes your mom, your dad will ask you to go home early. Let's say you ask them to go out for an hour. You are not arrive on time. They may not happy. They may something to tell you instead of complain. And you should know that that's the rule, because the parents concerned for you, for your safety. So if you are not arrived on time, you call home and you tell them you will be late. So you make them less scared. And once you can follow that tiny rule, you make your parents feel safe, feel relaxed, happy. That's called concentration. If they worry for you, they lose their concentration. They lose their calmness. They're annoying. They're busy, they're scary, they worry, they're exhausted. Then you, because you did not follow the rule, you make the others feel uncomfortable too. So therefore, in the practice, Asian tradition, we all use incense to fragrance something. Even in the Catholic Church, they want to purify something, they use the incense. They move around and they spray the incense. Symbolize for fragrance, make that place become clean. So anywhere there is bad smell, we used to spray something better to make better smell. So the fragrance here is the fragrance of the practice. The fragrance of the morality. The fragrance of the precept. So we follow the rules in order to make things in order. In order to make things better. Remember, it is very hard to build a relationship, but it is very easy to ruin a relationship. We can take years to build a relationship, but it's only need 1 minute, 2 minutes of our anger. We can destroy everything. We can damage everything. In Tibetan tradition, they used to have a ceremony called creating the mandala. Mandala is the beautiful area where they believe that is the clean, the beauty place for the Buddha. So they use the sand, the color sand, many color. They color the sand and they make the beautiful mandala. They take a month to create the mandala. They put a lot of attention, very tiny, very detailed, very attention in order to make that look beautiful. They can take a month or 3 months to finish that mandala. By sand, all by sand. After that, they have another ceremony called erase the mandala. What does that mean? What does that mean by that? By making so much work on that and then we erase it. It is a reminding for all of us. Things can compose together beautifully because we have put our tiny attention there. Even a single word, you still can make people happy. But a single word also can destroy a lot of communication, a lot of relationship. A single act may bring people peace and happy. A single negative action may cause people suffering. So the very hard work, tiny work, mindfully work, tiny colors to make the mandala look beautiful. And after that, they erase it. It means things can be erased very quick, very fast. And we also learn from the meaning of impermanent. If we do not appreciate what we have, when we lose it, we can not have it back. We may lose money. We may lose something we like a phone, a cell phone, a game, money, whatever. But losing those, you can re-find. But losing the relationship, the communication between you and parents and children, husband and wife, together, all different kind of relationship in daily life is a kind of great loss. More than that, if we lose the practice, we lose the morality, we lose the insight, the learning, that is the really great loss too. Because if we don't learn, we will know nothing. Once we know nothing, our life has no meaning, no direction. And we cannot benefit for anyone. So therefore, why we come to temple weekly? In order to learn something. And that something will make us become something. If we learn nothing, then our life, our future also nothing. So everything comes from nothing. But if we, with our wisdom, we put nothing together, all the nothing will be something. A penny is nothing. But 99 cents cannot call a dollar unless you put another penny in order to call a dollar. So therefore, every single thing in this life, even tiny and small like a penny itself is nothing, but it's really neat in order to call something a dollar. Otherwise, it's still 99 cents. That means we are not useless. Everything can be used. Anyone can be used as long as we have the insight, the concentration in order to recognize, in order to aware that we are useful. One piece of cookie, when you're hungry, one piece of cookie is nothing, but piece to piece, after 5 pieces, you get full. So not because of the 5th one, you get full and you do not value the other 4. Because of the other 4 cookies. That's why when you take the 5th one, you feel full. So every single thing is very needed. When we arrange the flower, we say, I arranged the flower. But the flower will look more beautiful with the leaves. Without the leaves, only flower is not look beautiful enough, beauty enough. It's like when you call a dish of food, cilantro is nothing. But with few cilantro on the top of your dish, your dish look more beautiful, more delicious, more tasty. So when you eat, when you call a dish, what do you like from the dish? First, the smell. Second, the decoration. Third is the taste. Every single dish, they must contain 3 things. Good look, good arrangement, good taste, good smell. We can apply this into our daily life. Every single word we talk, we speak up, it must contain, make people feel comfortable with the way we speak. Make people feel comfortable and learning from the quality of our word. Otherwise, the meaning will become opposite. So today, I take a little bit of this service time to share with you the meaning of the incense. So every time when you come to the temple, you light up the incense. Please do not misunderstanding that we're doing this for nothing. Everything we do in the temple, it has the meaning. We don't learn, we never know. So if we want to know something, we must search for something. It's a very big mistake, something you never know, but you gossiping about that. That's a big mistake. And a lot of time, we extremely fail. Something we do not know, We should learn, ask, search. Once we know things clearly, we will talk, we will mention about that clearly. I hope that you have understand a little bit of what I have shared with you. Thank you for your time and your listening.
Body, speech, and mind held in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow.
Ba nghiệp lắng